Good morning. Today I'm here giving you a small glimpse on one or two items that I feel are not doing well in junior schools, and the way our learners answer performance and the way in which our academic is not doing well. Today I want to share with you some direct responses from our learners, and I want to take one national examination that is ongoing in the country, that in agriculture and nutrition, the Kenya National Examination Council school-based examination. And in this one, I just want to read direct answers to you so that you can see how our sons and daughters are answering and the pain in which teachers should be able to take, how these learners are going to suffer. So for instance, I want to take the agriculture grade. Let me take grade 7, and I will read to you the responses, because if I give you, you can even not be able to read. So I will have maybe question 1, question 2, and question 3, and then I will give a summary on how each learner was able to answer this question. For instance, in question 1, the learner planted trees to conserve water, as shown in the picture. The question is, question 2, 1A, explain 2 ways in which the structure conserve water. B, outline 3 caring practices the learner could carry out on the established trees. And part of C, describe 2 ways in which soil pollution can be minimized during the tree planting session. So for the first answer, method of conserving, maybe the answers expected are the methods. First of all, is what we call a stone line, in which the methods to prevent the soil, that is, they trap the soil and they slow the speed of water. Those are the 2 expected answers. And name of the structure in B is water pan. And then the maintenance practice carried out on the structure is removing silt, planting grass on the embankment areas, and then repairing. So let's look at one of my learners and the answers this learner was able to give me. In the first question, there's 2 ways in which the structure conserve water: Flenyesha and Senterushi. This is the answer from my kid. 3 practices. You can be able to look at this practice. What is this name? Practices Flen water. 2 ways in which the soil pollution can be minimized during tree planting. You can be able to see the response. Slanderele flent, warrantendende Kenyans. This is the response from a learner in junior school. And these are the learners we are really struggling as junior school teacher to give these responses. This is a unique response. And these learners, somebody can tell you they are doing well. Is that a clear response from such a learner? Let me take you to the second learner. One of the response, structure ways, planting tree to give rain. That is not a way. And then practices the learner can carry out on established trees. You can see now the practices the learner has identified. He said avocado and sheep, goat and trees. Those are the practices from these learners. 2 ways in which the soil pollution can be minimized during tree planting: excess use of chemicals, excess use of fertilizer. Maybe in this one, he have just tried to explain what is pollution. And those are the responses from our learners, which is pathetic, really, really very bad. And this is why, as a teacher, I feel so bad when somebody tell me to just don't assist these learners. So this one is root conserve water. This did well. Tree conserve water because they have retention ditch. This learner made an effort. Carrying the practices, assist in financial management, develop fast and skill, help in heavy diet. This is the responses from our learner. 2 ways in which the soil pollution can be minimized. The one is ensure excessive use of. I gave an answer just because there is nothing to mark. So kasema wacha tu mpe mtoto, just at least he has made that scramble in writing zeros. And these other answers: water conservation, water erosion. You can be able to look at it. Caring practices, Kama, Facebook, TikTok. Ways in which soil pollution can be minimized: soil erosion, soil management. same answers, same documentation, and answer the question. And these are the learners that when a teacher in junior school said, let us assist this learner, somebody can tell you that these learners are very good in primary school. They have been spoiled in junior school. Fellow Kenyans, are these kids who look to have been spoiled at junior level of only 2 years? Actually, this is a grade 7 class. Have the junior school teacher destroyed this kid? And that's why we are saying the foundation of our learners in learning institution must be rethinked. Look at these answers. 3 caring practices. And then number outline could carry out on established trees. There are practices that could carry 3 on this carry. Outline are practices they establish trees. Just imagine transferring the same sentiments is contaminate soil pollution. Soil pollution can be minimized during planting trees. So you can see the level of these learners, and the same can go on and on and on. Describe how you can be able to extract honey: medium honey, social honey, and honey. And these are the learners when you ask, let us be assisting. And that's why I keep saying, primary school teachers, you must really now be able to come back and to look at these sons and daughters of ours in the eye, because their future is almost done. Their future is almost doomed. So Teacher Service Commission and Ministry of Education, I think with the CBC enrollment, it is high time now you come back and look at what is really happening in public schools in our country, because if this is the rate of responses our learners are giving, you can imagine the wasted generation. It pains me as a teacher, me personally as a teacher, it pains me when a teacher tells me, this is a school base, just give your children marks because they will have a future. Can this child really have a future? Look at this. Explain 2 ways in which structure conserve water. Use put earth basin. We put retention ditch. Those are the answers. Practices, fencing, watering, we care. That makes sense. And then 2 ways in which soil pollution can be minimized. Excessive fertilizer, excessive of manure. This is why the reason I keep telling, I have been accused so many times for saying our learners need to be assisted from nursery, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. In some instances, when you demand for this, when you ask for this assistance, you are actually told you are being a subordinator of a school. Learners, Kenyans, and the world. If I ask for these learners to be assisted, is there any form of insubordination? Teacher Service Commission, the Ministry of Education, this is a cry that the world, somebody must start to take responsibility and change must begin to be done, because if this is the future of our children, these are my children, I am a teacher. Do you think this is the right thing to do? There need to be a paradigm shift in the education sector in our country at the moment, because if this is what our kids are writing, if this is our future, then we have killed a generation. And if you want to kill a country, just kill the education system. So as a teacher in junior school, I believe there is a big problem in primary school sector, in public school sector, so that an urgent reform need to be done. I can also call to the Ministry of Education that maybe separate the junior school from the primary school, so that we can have now a unique observation being made by these junior school teachers, because they are the SMEs in this field. And because of the pull and push with the head teachers, with the senior teachers and the deputy head teachers in school, these learners or these teachers from junior school cannot be able to perform. This is the junk we receive in junior school. And if you correct this junk, you'll be told you are inciting the public against the teachers. All sort of allegation will be brought to you. Personally, I was told I am inciting the public by demanding that these learners need to be assisted so they can be able to read. You'll be told you have met the chief, you are told you want to remove the head teacher, you are told you want to remove, and simply by asking, how can this learner be assisted? Because by virtue of these learners, these are the dead on arrival. Are we going to keep quiet as a country and allow this to go on? Let us look at one of these answers again. Mr. Shujaa Achef made a presentation to grade 7 learners on how to conserve nutrients in green leafy vegetables. Outline 3 ways of conserving nutrients when preparing vegetable. He is likely to have talked about when you eat green vegetable, they clean blood. Really? I take to eat green vegetable, prevent diseases. Totally out. And this is now the concept that we are saying. Can we assist these our learners? My fellow teachers, it is no time, let us not say, let us just give the marks. The school-based type of examination will come and hound us. And when it will come to hound us one time, it will be so dangerous because the generation is gone. Right now, there's no competition in schools because you simply put the marks you want to put to the system. And if you put the marks you want to put in the system will accept. But have you put the knowledge to the mind of this learner? And that's why I told teachers, it is high time now we start to think and be patriotic. Teacher Service Commission, there is a big problem in primary school in Kenya, public schools, and there is a pull and push between the primary school teachers and junior school teachers. Let me use my example in person. That when you ask the let us assist this learner because the only place they can be assisted is primary level, I have been told I am insubordinating in person, Mimi. I have been told I am inciting teachers when I tell them let us assist this learner, they can be able to write and read. And then the worst thing you can be told is usiwekee mtoto marks kidogo. Surely, are you going to put marks to a kid who can't read and write? Is that what the people who wanted the education system in the country to do? This is a catastrophe, this is a danger, and there is urgent need to have reforms in the education sector, especially focusing on content delivery. Content delivery in our country is dead. There is a very, very big problem. And so if this is the trend, this is now in grade 7, I can imagine this content is so heavy for this learner, they can't be able to comprehend, and they are supposed now to be the doctors of tomorrow, the teachers of tomorrow, and the society of tomorrow. We have killed a society, we have killed a generation, and it is high time we start now to think, how can we assist? Teacher Service Commission, when you hear some of us are being told we are insubordinating school, we are not insubordinating. We are simply asking, how can we assist our learners so that they can be able to have even a glimpse on what the future holds for them? Look at this, my learner. Let me shift the subject and possibly maybe let me give you now an English subject. You can be able also to look at the English. You may think it is only this subject. There's a story, and what shows in the story that Homeboys Football Club was disciplined team and said because it followed the instruction of the referee, which is very good answer. From the paragraph, show what is likely from the paragraph, what shows that it is likely to rain because it helps all human beings and all kind of planting animals. Unique answer, disappointing answer, and that is why we say we need a discussion in this country on how we can be able to assist our generation. Teacher Aswani told us we could compete for the last time. Teacher told us we will compensate for the last time. Teachers, colleagues, and patriots of this nation. This is as colleagues and patriots of this nation. It is high time we stop now not taking things for granted, but possibly now be able to think, how can we assist our generation? A society is gone, our future is gone, and with the rate at which things are happening in this country, we are going to lose kids, daughters, sons, and the future is dead. With the way CBC is being implemented in public schools, we are likely going to have a devastating effect in this nation, whereby the quality of our examination paper is likely going to be affected. Very soon, for you to sit for any other national examination or before you go to international learning, you will be forced to sit for an exam because the content, the quality of the learner is now at risk. So, as a patriotic teacher, a sad teacher, and as a teacher who really said we need to assist our learners, I am not happy, I'm sad. The kids I'm teaching today are extremely low, and I'm calling upon fellow teachers, fellow administrators, and particularly the Teacher Service Commission. We are not ordering you, but we are asking you, if possible, separate junior school from primary school so that we can have unique administrators who can be able to look at this content in a unique environment and give us a working environment in which we are going to give and deliver to the learners. and then allow the primary school sector also to be tough on them. It is actually be tough on them. Because if today I was an administrator, I will be a tough person, not just because I want toughness, but because the generation is lost, the future is lost, and there is no life ahead for our kids if the type of information I'll be able to share to you is what to go by. It is a sad moment in this country until we need to have a discussion on what is really happening in our schools, public schools. We are really on head to lose a lot. In the next few years, the quality of our KCSE, of our certificates from primary school to secondary school will lose value. And I can imagine myself if this kid transits all the way to university, the way they are, the future is dead, and we must be able now to think about our children, to think about our futures. When somebody asks, personally I've asked, let us assist these learners. In person, I've been told I'm insubordinate. TSC, so if you meet my insubordination clause, it is not that I am insubordinate. It is simply because I'm crying for these children. I cry for these children that are devastating, being a veteran Kenyan, being a patriotic Kenyan. So painful to lose a generation. So painful to lose a generation. And it is not under my watch that I will be able to appreciate our generation to be lost. These are my children, fellow teachers, fellow countrymen, who can assist us resolve the challenges the education sector is going to go in this country. We are in a crisis, and this crisis must be listened to. This crisis must be listened to. Your Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, you once said you want to change the narrative of politics. Today, I'm inviting you to change the narrative of learning in public schools in this country. This country education sector in public school is dead. What has been left is the misuse of resources being provided by the government of Kenya. And if you question the use of one or two, you will be tagged as insubordinator, as inciter. But there is no painful thing like losing a generation. You have just seen the pain I go when I see these kids don't perform well. So William Samoei Ruto, the President of this Republic, the education CS, there is an urgent need for you to have a discussion in the education sector so that we can be able to have a resolution so that a future for our children is also guaranteed. A sad teacher I am, when I mark what for me I consider this, describe how to extract honey using the materials and equipment shown. Bulwark, crushing, pack of torch. This make me shed tears, and there's nothing else that can pain a teacher than this one. Fellow teachers, can this be insubordination if you demand you assist your colleague teachers to assist these learners? Personally, I'm not prepared. In person, I am prepared to assist these learners. You may transfer me to schools you may not like, but as long as we are in this country, we are talking about the education of a Kenyan child. It's so painful to lose a generation when you are still watching. This message may be silent today, but it is there for the record. The future of our children is dead. Public primary school in Kenya are dead. They are dead. Until somebody chooses to assist one, this nation is dead on arrival. Our kids, who are happy to be my children, are actually dead today. I'm a sad teacher. I'm a disappointed teacher when I see the level of learning in public primary schools. Today I'm in junior school, and the content that I'm delivering to the Kenyan child being so heavy and light in the same way, that we need something, we need a discussion. For those who can be able to assist in changing the education system, I also want to be appreciated that there is a very big difference between the junior school and primary school, especially on terms of administration. The junior school, we want to appreciate the government, first of all, for providing money, but the government of Kenya also be aware that money you are giving to these people are not assisting us as junior school teacher. And the learner already we are dealing with is so poor. Something discussion need to be done. You may find me transferred to another place because of being open. But as long as I am transferred within the Republic of Kenya, even outside Kenya for the purposes of education, it will fill my heart with joy happiness if the poor sons, daughters will be assisted. Let us think about education system in Kenya today, and we look at how we're able to assist. I'm a sad teacher. Personally, I have a degree. I have a future. I have a life ahead. I have a small property I can call mine. But what about these kids that we have destroyed? The kids that already some of their parents are working for a living. They are working manual works. Can they continue to be a manual family? Let's think about the future of a Kenyan education and the future of our children. Walimu wenzangu, administrators wa shule, let us think and assist. It is not by cause that the private school perform well. They perform because they work. Public school, it is a wake-up call for us. And that is my cry as a junior school teacher whose learners barely can write, barely can read, and barely can be able to deliver anything. Kenyans will continue to pay me, but it is sad that the future of our children is dead on arrival. I am a sad junior school teacher from Kilgoris. So sad, so sad. Someone listen to the cry of the poor people in Kenya.